Today we meet again for another interesting video. This video is about the new exam format for SPM, which will begin from next year. So the students who are in Form 4 this year will be sitting for this new format next year. Alright, now let's look at the paper itself. Alright, compared to the previous SPM or the current SPM paper, Paper 2 will be focusing on writing. Okay, and the paper itself is divided into 3 parts and carries 60 marks. So part 1 is short communicative message. Part 2 is guided writing. Part 3 is extended writing. Okay, let's look at the format of the paper 2. Okay, the paper is divided into 3 parts. Okay, and part 1 is focusing on short communicative message like emails, where you have to write in about 80 words. Okay, and it carries 20 marks. Alright, this is a compulsory question. Part 2 is on guided writing, and the essay is between 120 to 150 words. This is also a compulsory question, and it also carries 20 marks. On the other hand, part 3, there are 3 options given out of 4 types of essays: article, report, review, or a story or narration. Okay, the length is between 200 to 250 words. This is extended writing. Okay, there are 3 questions which will be given, and you only have to choose one and answer the question. It also carries 20 marks. Okay, let's look at the assessment scale. The criteria that the examiner will be looking at is content, communicative achievement, organization, language, which all carries 5 marks each, and the total marks is 20. Now, when we're looking at content, the examiner will be looking at the fulfillment of the task. If it's an email, are you going to write the email? Okay. If they're asking for advice, you need to give advice. Okay. So the important thing is the content or what the student writes is according to the question. Okay. For communicative achievement, the focus will be on the appropriateness of the writing based on the task given, okay, and the correct register that is used. All right, a message can be formal, okay, and or informal. So you have to look at the format. You also have to look at the function and whether it is used properly. Okay, the tone for the writing is used properly. All right, for organization, we will be looking at how you put your answer together. Okay, how coherent the essay is and how the ideas or the content points have been linked. Okay, so you need to be able to use cohesive devices, okay, all right, or linking words, all right, to help to organize your points better. Okay, and paragraphing is also a tool which is important, all right, and it will help to put your ideas in order. All right, and lastly, we are going to look at language. All right, and this is where we will be looking at grammatical aspects such as your tense, okay, the type of vocabulary, right, and of course punctuation, spelling, and other relevant points. Okay, so the examiner will be looking at all 4 criteria and award you the marks. Let's look at the questions. Now, part 1 is short communicative message. Here, you have to write a short response of about 80 words to an informal message. Can be an informal letter or an email. All right. Several types of responses that the students can be tested on in this part is you are responding to simple requests and suggestions. You can explain simple processes. You can talk about factual or imagined events or experiences and express and respond to opinion and common feelings. Now remember, it's about 80 words. Okay, so it's very brief, and you do not need to write very long essay for this part. All right, let's look at an example of an email. All right, you received an email from your friend Nadine. All right, hi, I'm thinking of doing some activities during my coming school holidays. I could go camping, hiking, or go on a trip to somewhere interesting. Which one should I do? Let me know what you think. Now, write a reply to your friend in about 80 words. So here you have to reply to Nathan and explain or help him to decide which one would be the best activity to do during the coming school holidays. Okay, probably you can give suggestions or ideas on why one is better than the other. Okay, all right, next. Okay, part 2 is on guided writing. Okay, you are required to write an essay based on a text stimulus in about 120 to 150 words. In the essay, you may need to evaluate different ideas or solutions to a problem, write a description of a process, write on a subject of personal interest and justify your opinion, write reports on routine factual information and explain reasons for actions, or write impressions and opinions about topics of interest. Okay, let's look at one example. All right, your class has been discussing about the best place to go for a holiday, and your teacher has asked you to write an essay about where would you go for a holiday. In your essay, you write about where would you like to go, reasons for your choice, what would you do there. Write your essay using all the notes and giving reasons for your point of view. Now, this is an essay giving your point of view and reasons about your choice for a holiday destination. Okay, so this is in about 125 to 150 words. All right, part 3 is on extended writing. You are required to write an essay based on a text stimulus in about 200 to 250 words. There will be 3 questions: an article, a review, a report, or a story. Choose only one question. Now, and you have to use the correct communicative conventions for each type of genre. Okay, for example, if it's an article, you have to use the format of an article. If it's a story, okay, there has to be a plot. All right. So in the essay, you may need to explain advantages and disadvantages of ideas, plans, or arrangements. Okay. Express and respond to real or imagined opinions and feelings, or explain the main points for an argument and against an argument. Okay. So you need to be able to use all the points that is given in the stimulus and write your essay. Okay, for part 3, the first example that we'll be looking at is a review. Now, a review can be based on a book review, or a movie review, or even a review about a restaurant. Okay, so you will be answering the question based on the stimulus given. So here you can see it is about a book review. You see this notice in a newspaper. Okay, reviews needed. Have you read any good books recently? Send us your book review. Say what you like about the book. Recommend the book to other readers. Your review will be published in our online portal. Now you see here in the notice itself, there are some guide. Okay, you are supposed to say why you like the book, Okay, maybe what is great about the book, okay, who wrote the book and why it's so interesting, and you're supposed to recommend the book to other readers. Okay, that is the task. All right, next we are going to look at a story or a narrative. Okay, the question is, your teacher has asked you to write a story. The story must have a title, The Bond of Friendship. Your story should include a description of a friendship and how a friendship is developed. Write your story. Now, this is a very open kind of question because it does not give you a lot of things that you need to follow. You need to give a description of a friendship, okay, and how that friendship developed. All right. So most students will probably choose this one if they like to write stories. All right. The third example is an article. You see this notice on the board outside the library. Articles wanted. Healthy downtime. What healthy activities can students do during free time? Why do students need to spend their time with healthy activities? What will happen if students don't use their free time wisely? Write an article answering these questions. The best article will be displayed on the school magazine. So here there are a few questions given which is supposed to be answered in the task given. Okay, that means your answer must include answers to these questions. Okay, your article. All right, let's look at the other example. Okay, the fourth example is a report. Your teacher has asked you to write a report about the facilities at your school. Your report should include a description of the facilities at your school, what students think of the facilities, suggestions and recommendations to improve the facilities. Write your report. Here again, there are some guidelines or points given that you must include in your answer. Okay, so out of the 4 choices, okay, only 3 will be given in the question, okay, in your test paper, and you are supposed to choose one and answer it for your paper 2. Okay, we have come to the end of the lesson. Okay, I hope you have understood the new format for paper 2 for your writing paper. If there are any questions, please refer to your English teacher or you can message me. Alright, so please do follow the format given, and you can even try the questions that I've posed in this video. Okay, and you can ask your English teacher to check for you. So I hope this has been helpful in helping you to understand the new format better. So thank you for watching, and do visit my channel again and look up for new videos. Bye.